22 years back, the institute's vision was so high that might be 22 years later, the technology is going to take over and we should not be left behind. This is where we have actually moved towards over a period of time. People have gained the certificate that is knowledge, but now the wisdom to apply that knowledge is on the corners, and I 100%, I'm pretty confident that every chartered accountant is actually going to take this step forward and ensure that not only IT means income tax, IT means information technology, which is actually supporting the entire ecosystem of tax, governance, audit, accounting, and everything when you talk about with regards to the numbers across the board. And we are going to be relevant all throughout.
When AI is there, I was very much worried, and I was also very happy that such a big conference, what to speak and what not to speak. And I was thinking on this dais that whether my avatar can help me out in this situation. And friends, this is the testimony, this is the future. Whatever you are doing in your life, in your practice, in your job, all will be hit by AI. And for the 2 days, you have to note down what you are doing and what AI can do for you. With these words, thanks to all of you and happy learning. Thank you.
So with that, can we give a great round of applause for our speakers? We have with us CA Guru Prasad Makam and CA Subrata Bakshi, who's the Chief Operating Officer at Alien Talent. And I now request CA Revati S. Rangunathan, Vice Chairperson of SIRC of ICAI, to please welcome our speakers with a planter. Can we give a great round of applause, please? I request ma'am to please welcome CA Guru Prasad Makam.
Thank you so much, madam. Such a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now I request ma'am to please welcome CA Subrata Bakshi.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, I would now be handing over this session to our first speaker, CA Guru Prasad Makam. Can we all once again give a great round of applause, please?
The mic is on. Are you able to hear me? Thank you, sir. Such a beautiful sight to see this Hyderabad fraternity here. I've been given 20 minutes. I'll try to sum it up as fast as possible. People had spoken about artificial intelligence, mining, mapping. Some of these things were going around my head, thinking, how do I implement all this? So in my next 20 minutes, what I would like to do is try to keep 3 principles. 1, we can implement in all the chartered accountancy offices. 2, it is fast to implement, it doesn't take ages. And 3, it has to be affordable. If a solution is costing 20 lakh of rupees, I may not be able to afford it. We are all SME firms ranging from 10 people to 1,000 people. All of us should be able to afford it. So most of my talk would be only around the fact that these are things which we can implement within a short time. Mood, sir, it moved, sorry. When we were talking in 2022, we used to talk about practice management tools. We used to talk about a tool which will map our timesheets, our data, which will keep all the data in a single place. And 2022, I was an extremely hard exponent of this, telling that all of us should do practice management. But so fast it has changed that in 2024, everything has changed. No longer we can just do a single practice management tool. Institute had given a few free tools and it was available in the Institute website. But today, within a period of 2 years, things have changed. And again, if you look at a vision of 2030, be aware it is going to change again in 27, it is going to change in 26, it is going to change in 28. We are in extremely changing times. So where I would like to impress upon you is not to keep taking whatever is new. Think about it, how is it will be useful for your business, for your profession. Some of you may tell, I'm comfortable with my PowerPoint presentations. I don't give a damn of Power BI. This is giving me results. Stick to it. Because change would be so fast, by the time we adapt to change, a new change has come. So don't jump between tools. Think and implement as much as possible what you want to implement. When we started the practice in 2020, 2021, we were looking at hundreds of tools. There were a concept, if you see on the left side of the screen, it was a many to one. We had tens and tens of tools. Can I have a tool for time management? Can I have a tool for audit documentation? Can I have a tool for analysis? Can I have a tool? Then it came to a stage telling that let us ignore all these tools, let us centralize. Let us have one tool for running the entire office. But just in a period of 2 years, you jump to the right side of the screen, it has now gone to a time of one to many again. Because everything is specialized. Things are changing on a daily basis. So now you are looking at audit needs a separate tool. Accounting is a new world by itself. Corporate law, a lot of SaaS models have come in. GST, a lot of SaaS models have come in. TDS, a lot of SaaS models have come in. Practice management itself has become only a part of all the tools today. So gone are the days where we'll have 100 tools and I'll run between all the 100 tools. Today, it became one tool from one to many. So the concept has changed from many to one and it has moved from one to many as we speak. I'll concentrate on 3 buckets. It's taking some time to move. It moved. It's like that movie Palat. It happens like that here. We'll focus on tax because a lot of us do direct tax and indirect tax. We are not techies. If you tell me something about section 92 bracket 1, I am a master. If you tell me something about accounting standard 9, I am a master. If you are going to tell me about data analytics, I don't know. So let us learn that we are chartered accountants, we are not techies. It has to be affordable, it has to be fast, and still there is a core traditional practice which occurs 90% of our revenue. Dashboarding is fantastic, but that's only 3% of my revenue. I still have to concentrate on my tax audits. We are looking at 3 pillars. One is getting work. As soon as I get a work, what do I do? The second pillar is how do I do work? And the third pillar is how do I report work? So the entire next 16 slides will be on this. I have 15 minutes and 11 seconds. Getting work, sir, whenever I tell you need to be ready for a video. In case you get a proposal, lot of time, and these are only examples. Any of the tools I am using are purely examples. It is not recommendatory in nature. If you look at getting work, as soon as you get work, what is the first thing we do? We make our PowerPoint presentations, we speak to clients, we talk to them night mode. Engagement process is very vital. How am I engaging with the client? What is my engagement letter? Today there are engagement standards of the institutes. Guidance notes are there. There are many tools called Prospero, Visme, etc. for engagement tool. I would like to show one tool which any of us can do it. It is done in Zoho. We don't need rocket science on that. If you can play video number 1. This tool can generate a proposal maximum in 45 seconds. And I'll demonstrate in front of you how does this happen in 45 seconds. Where any of us can go to Zoho, create this tool. It's a simple application, it's not complex. As you can see here, I just put the client name. I am putting who is the employee names, what is the nature of work I am doing, what is the fees, so on and so forth. And then it is asking me what are the type of services. I put in tax computation 1 lakh, tax audit report, I hope it was 40 lakhs, anyway 50,000, kuch nahi kar sakte. What is the total value? And then I generate a EL. Now in the back, what is important here is we are talking about AL and artificial intelligence and machine learning, but what we are not talking about is how do I use it. Here is something which is a simple engagement letter which I started off. In front of you I created this. What all the points are pre-fed in the dashboard. There is nothing we need to feed it here. All is fed already, termination of services, non-solicitation, everything is done. And then it comes down to who is the contact partner, so on and so forth. Now this can be done without any cost. This is what I mean by telling, can we use this immediately? This can be done for audit reports. This can be done for any of your tax audits, form number 3CD. It's a format you generate and move it out. One clue I could give you is, from the MCA dashboard, there are 1 million applications available for 150 rupees. In fact, I've kept in every slide in the right top corner what is the cost. It is free. You can do it on your own. Next slide. Similarly, when we are looking at audit, there are a million tools in the market. I'm just taking 3 tools as an example. None of it are recommendatory. Neither I use this. Some of it I may use. Walter Clover, My Audit, Azure AI, anything. When we are looking at audit per se, we need to look at how peer review has come to our doorstep today. FRRB has come to our doorstep. QRB has come to our doorstep. I need to have a tool. Majority of us use Tally. Half of our Tally BRS is also not done. The other half of the Tally opening balance is not done. So we need to know that our systems need to adapt to that. I just take a Tally, upload the Tally in one of the tools, any tool, which could cost 250 rupees to 1000 rupees per month is the cost of a tool. The tool itself will categorize ledger. If it is going to overheads, put it as overheads. If it is going to AS9 Schedule 3 cost of goods sold in the left side, put it in COGS. It can create your own audit tool. You don't need to do any audit notes. The tool has to create, that means the checklist falls from the tool. It should create its own Schedule 3 because nowadays we are very common in getting notices from the MCA. One note is not okay, you get a notice. It's humanly not possible for us to do all this. It generates auditor's report, it generates checklists, etc., etc. What I am trying to tell is, your role has to be upload Tally, upload Zoho, upload one NetSuite. If you see the red one, you just have to import the entire Tally into any of these tools. I've taken an example of some tool called Azure AI, and then it does the aging analysis. It does the comments and disclosure. So you go to a particular ledger, you can do the comments, you can do the disclosures. For example, you are doing an age-wise analysis of a company. Don't load that age-wise analysis in ChatGPT because that becomes a public document. Remove the names, put it in ChatGPT 4 and give it a command. Please give me audit working papers as per SA 230. I think 230, am I right? I think so. Give audit working papers as per SA 230. It will give you exact audit working papers as per SA 230. Download it, put it in your file. Read it. Please don't go by ChatGPT, read it. The same thing will happen in the ledger scrutiny. The tool will analyze, any tool will tell you out of the 4,000 ledgers, which are the ledgers you need to see, which of the ledgers you don't need to see. You have a category-wise tool in any of them, how much is complete, how much is not complete. You can tick it, load it, unload it. And this is menu driven, 250 rupees to 1000 rupees per month is what it's going to cost. And generating Schedule 3 could be the easiest tool all of us use. Because Tally is already inside, classification is done, Schedule 3 is done, notes to accounts is done, director's report is done, management letter is done, engagement letter is done. And I'm sure for 250 bucks, this is quite a lot. When you're looking at this, many of us are working from home. We don't know as organizations grow what people are doing. Even in sitting in front of you, we don't know what people are doing. Efficiency is coming down. They're in Instagram and Facebook half the time. So if you have a tool where it's going to measure, look at this example of this lady. Srivani has worked for 8 hours and 47 minutes. Seems to be amazing. Quite a lot of good work she has done. But when I peep into her machine through a tool which is costing around 400 rupees a month, it sits in your employee's dashboard and it shows the employee how much work she has done, how much she has not done, what is done, not moving, not moving, not moving. Let me try. Oh, it moved. Actually, she has not done anything. The screen is just open. Now we require to measure what people are doing. If I'm paying a chartered accountant a salary of 80,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 20, 2 lakhs, I need to see what is he doing. Kya kar raha hai baith ke? So any of these tools on the machine, it's a SaaS application, download on his machine, it will give him a dashboard, it shows what is he doing, what is he not doing. Accounting has undergone a major shift. If you see the right side, accounting tools will have to talk from the accounting to the banking to the tax portal. If you look at this, there are tools. I have taken an example of a tool called MISA. It will cost you 8,000 rupees. What it does, it goes to your Gmail, it goes to your Outlook Express. Suppose you have all the bills, it pulls all the bills. It goes to Keka, pulls all the bills. You don't have to manually do anything. Second, it approves through either a rule-based approval if you set it, or you can manually approve it. The moment it is approved, it has gone into Zoho, it has gone into Tally, it has gone into Microsoft Office 365, it has gone into NetSuite. Then the payment entry, you do it in Tally, you do it in Zoho, it directly goes to Yes Bank or ICAI Bank. So where are we doing accounting here? Where we are offering a solution for 70,000 rupees a month or 1 lakh rupees a month, the same solution with higher security, higher speed, no accounts payable entry, no GST input entry, no TDS entry, everything is happening at 8,000 rupees per month. Now that is what is an artificial intelligence able to do. You take an accounts payable voucher, it is going to your mailbox, from there it is scanning, picking it up, coming back, sitting down, passing the entry, GST input, TDS schedules, payment entry, and machine also is going to tell a receipt to the person whom it has been paid. Many places are there, there are 1,000 tools, Capital Want is one tool, 3 tools. It takes Tally Ledger or Zoho Ledger from your books of accounts, takes it to the government portal, takes all the GST input from the government portal or your TDS input from the government portal. Tally is there, government portal is here, and if you see this total TDS as per books of account 14,74,000, total TDS as per 26 AS 14,15,000, difference 59,26,000. That means somebody has not uploaded their TDS. I drop down, I can just send mails from there and tell this is what it is. Now this is where artificial intelligence is getting used in our daily lives. Move. This is moving only as, okay, this is something interesting I would like to take you. Sir, video number 2, sir. Corporate law is a large part of our work and huge volumes of money gets paid in corporate law. Look at this tool. Board minutes, directors present, second board meeting, registered office, what is the number of the board meeting, board meeting 24-25, financial year 24-25. What is it you want to choose in the board meeting? Notice is chosen, board minutes, increase of capital, convening AGM, board minute to invest in other companies, board minutes to borrow money, कितना काम कर रहे हैं company, TAT, short-term notice, and then save. Of course, I have speeded up the video, but this can be done in 20 seconds, 30 seconds. These are the items of the agenda. It chooses the agenda items, agenda 7, 8, 9, 10. In front of you, the Word document is ready. It has picked up the data from the website of the MCA. It has picked up everything. It is ready for viewing. Short-term notice is ready, TAT is ready. And this is all what we need to use. I'm not learning artificial intelligence here. I'm just using these things. Can you go back to the PPT, please? The entire minutes is ready. The entire minutes is some 50 pages, 70 pages. It's got done in 45 seconds. Now I'll use my chartered accountancy brain and read the minutes. I'm not wasting time in preparing the minutes. Audit working papers, SA 230, peer review, FRRB, etc. is there. So let us be very, very careful. How do we report what work we have done? We need to report what we have done. Monday is a very good tool. Notion is a very good tool. But I'll show you something very interesting. This is called Synthesia. We are telling the clients, we are giving you an Excel spreadsheet. We are giving you that. Please go to the third video, sir. I have 3 minutes left. Look at this video. This is costing 180 rupees. It gives you the advantage of choosing whichever girl in the video you want. There are 1,800 famous.
The new virtual colleague of XXX. I am here to provide you brief insights about the compliance overview of XXX. During the year, the company has complied with all the monthly, quarterly, and annual compliance. We are giving a brief overview of the same in the next few slides. Following monthly compliance are adhered during the financial year XXX. TDS payments.
Thank you.
GST return filings.
You can put it off.
PF returns.
Now, this is a video which is generated out of an artificial intelligence tool. I need to upload an Excel. I need to upload a PPT if I require with that smileys. Any article student can do this. Once that is done, I load it here. I choose whether it is an American girl or an Afghanistani girl or a Hyderabadi boy or a Guntur Telugu or a Tamil Nadu Tamil. I can choose any language, send it in WhatsApp to a client, and it's costing 180 rupees. This website is called Synthesia. So many newsreaders are using this. Now, this is exactly what I mean by using technology in our daily life, in our daily work, and where we are going and where we are hitting is very, very vital. I'll take you to this, a simpler one. It's not practically artificial intelligence. You need to do something for the artificial intelligence is this. I'm sure all of you would have seen this. It's free of cost. All of you use Microsoft Excel. All of you use Microsoft Word. This is Microsoft OneNote. In a OneNote, if you see on the left-hand column, TDS is there. April, May, June, July, August, and all the challans are put there. Just be cautious, your article clerk cannot go and put a Anushka Sharma photo until TDS is done. You have to be cautious to that extent. Artificial intelligence will not read so much. This one is free of cost, and when I'm delivering it to a client as a note, I can give him this. Instead of sending, I have done GST for you, I have done TDS for you. Now, this looks so neat, like a single dashboard, free of cost. Now, what is the challenge with this? We handle 400 claims. How do I know which GST is filed, which GST is not filed? It has a small tool which is again free of cost, and it gives me an alert telling that the following 4 claims it is not uploaded on the 17th of the month because 20th is the last date. And when it is coming, you are all buying Microsoft tools. Just setting up the Microsoft tool is the only thing we need to do. It can be done maximum in 1.5 to 2 minutes time by anybody who knows basics of Excel. So this is my short deck. I have another 45 seconds left to leave you back with certain thoughts. Let's not reinvent technology. We are users of technology. We cannot learn machine language. We need to use machine language. A computer cannot replace a brain of 148 bracket. It has to come to me for understanding this. Try to adopt technology in a way where your profession improves, you improve, margins improve, plus you are safe from peer review, you have enough of working papers with you, there is no dearth of tools available. Don't invest time on tools. A tool in the hands of a fool is a fool itself. Invest time on implementation of the tool. Any tool works. All tools don't work. It's only in your hand how do you make a tool work. So in 1 year, an average organization can maximum use 2 tools. It takes that much time to seep in. Thank you for the patient hearing. Happy to be here.
Check. Thank you so much, sir. And now I will be requesting our next speaker, CA Subrata Bakshi, sir, to kindly deliver his session.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I think it was a wonderful session, Guru. Thank you so much. Well, I don't have any slides, and I want to make a confession that, having heard the last session, I am not a technology geek, and neither do I design tools. What I have been doing over the last 3+ decades is setting up professional services firms, growing them, and trying to take them forward as we usher in, and probably we have entered, the age of AI. This is a very interesting time for all of us, including professionals and accountants, as to how we leverage the artificial intelligence age. And before I get into the stuff that I want to kind of share with you today, it reminds me of a saying of a very very important Canadian philosopher who said, human beings shape tools, and then tools shape human beings. So we are at that age, and there is a very interesting book I'm currently reading. I don't know how many of you have read. It was written in 2005 by a very eminent computer scientist, Ray Kurzweil, singularity is near. He predicted that in 2025, that there will be a convergence of artificial intelligence and human intelligence to such an extent, and to which human beings could get marginalized. Initially, I thought that maybe a century away, but having read that book, I'm getting increasingly convinced that singularity is going to happen, like climate change, sooner than we anticipate. In the research paper of Kurzweil, where he says singularity is near, what has been going on, interestingly, I was totally ignorant, that today computer software algorithms have been developed that mimics cognitive intelligence of human beings. We still today think that as human beings, and we still will have for several decades, a supremacy over artificial intelligence because of our cognitive intelligence and our judgmental thing, which still holds good today. But it's fast changing, as you can see from some of the tools that we have demonstrated. Let me make a pivot and talk about the professional services firms in India and across the world, how they are leveraging artificial intelligence. And I heard the speech in the last session by two very eminent gentlemen, was how we are leveraging artificial intelligence or data analytics for fraud detection, anomaly detection, pattern recognition, so forth and so on. But if you recall, whether it's a chartered accountancy firm or a CPA firm, at the end of the day, we are running a business. And when you run a business, particularly a professional services firm, which still today is very people dependent, has two essential components. One of them is your own people, your employees, partners, directors, and professionals. And the other hand, you have clients, which are again human beings running businesses. These are the two critical components, and probably the only two main components in a professional services firm. On the client side, increasingly the demands are coming up to provide better client experience, which is fundamental to any professional services firm's growth, profitability, eminence. As the thin line between professional services and business gets blurred, you at the end of the day in this profession, it might sound very mundane and cheap, but to make money. That's the bottom line, 80% of the case, and provide excellent professional services at the same time, which is ethical. The other hand is your people. People are your only assets that drive your business and brings it to a certain level of perfection or certain level of eminence. Now, the question comes as you keep peeling the onion as to how you start using artificial intelligence to run your practice, satisfy your clients, provide excellent professional service from the deliverables and the outcomes, and at the same time, develop and grow your people, because today, all of you know that retention of talent is the single most challenge in any professional services firm. Whether it's a big four, non-big four, multinational, two-partner practice, retention of people is the single most challenge. And without people, we don't have business. So how you recruit the best? How do you train and develop the people, keep them engaged, ensure that they have a career growth, and therefore provide excellent professional service so that you have a satisfied group of clients. Let me switch to on the client side first. And I saw Guruji and others demonstrate some of the tools that are available today to provide excellent service, whether it's an accounting service you do, or an advisory, or an accounting service. Today you have tools to provide the best. Now, in a client service, there are things which the client wants. They want best of service at a reasonable fee, correct? And in a time span which is also reasonable or relatively fast. So you can have tools. If you're doing an accounting services, you have Zoho, you have QuickBooks, you have Tally. But how you prepare a set of books of account, whether it's for financial statements or for tax records, in an efficient and timely manner. So if I look at the accounting side of things, where you make a data entry into the system, if you have human beings doing it, it is absolutely prone to error because that's human nature. But if you want to do something which is faster, cheaper, and with 100% accuracy, you would need technical tools to do it. And also, as you know, for the last several years, robotic process automation and automation of data entry is becoming very, very popular. And some of these tools, as we see, you can use your OCR technology, whether you use your mobile phone now, you can click a picture, create your OCR, and put a data entry in, and enter a data in your accounting system. That brings about efficiency. That provides you with reasonable assurance that what you're entering into the books is fairly accurate, maybe 90%, 100% accurate, gives you on time, and satisfy your clients because you're reducing the cost. And this is very much a common sense that a human being takes 5 minutes to make an entry, RPA system or a bot will take a fraction of a time to do it. So to process, say, 100 transactions a day, if you 6 hours, a bot will probably do it in 5 to 10 minutes time. So that brings about efficiency, that brings about accuracy, timeliness, satisfied clients, and end of the day, enhances your margin. So if you look at a practice management point of view, you need to have a satisfied client. You also need to have resources that are trained, satisfied, and has a career growth. Yesterday's Economic Times came up with a very interesting article, the last page. It said the GCCs are now beelining into India. So the global competency centers, and you can see it in Hyderabad, the number of foreign companies that are setting up their GCCs is phenomenal. That till end of 2023, the GCC hired 1.6 million people. And what is very interesting, that of late the retention of some of these large GCC, retention of employees in some of these GCCs have increased because employees are thrilled that they are learning to use the latest technologies, which is making them knowledgeable and more marketable. Okay? So you have a set of satisfied employees. And if I take the same analogy and put it into the practice of your CPA firm, no matter how big, small, medium you are, you have a pool of people who are functionally competent and technically skilled to provide the best of services, which brings about a happy client. and happy people. So pivoting back into the people side of business. On the people side of business, you need to hire competent people who would provide you with the level of skill that matches your requirement. You know from your fee structure, your margin, what sort of people, what's the experience, the type of work that you do. And this is where AI have started to analyze the skill sets of people, reading the resumes, taking tests. In fact, Zoho people, and I don't hold any brief for Zoho, but I'm mentioning this because we use Zoho as a company in India. Zoho people helps in identifying resources that you want for your business. It helps to a large extent evaluating them at the first level. Of course, there will be interviews that you need to do because it still doesn't have the cognitive skills to do that. But it takes away a lot of time that goes into searching for people, interviewing them, doing the first pass, and all of that. So, and then it talks about the training. Now, here is a feedback loop. If you have a CRM system, I'm not saying that all of you need to invest in Salesforce or Deal Cloud or anything of that. It can be a simple solution of Salesforce, or CRM, where you start to get or populate feedback from your client based on the services that you provide, and feed that into your people management system to see what are the development needs of your talent. It could be technical, it could be soft skills, okay, like communications, writing skills, presentation skills, ability to speak clearly, and the technical skills, which then feeds into your training and development program. It might sound a little outlandish or might sound elaborate, but I'll come in a moment. Once you start implementing it, you will see that a happy employee who sees the growth provides a quality of service that is significantly higher than somebody who is at a basic level. Investing in your people, using tools and technology to bring about efficiency and quality will on overall basis is going to enhance the profitability of an organization, of course, the revenue as well, because you have happy clients and happy people. So then coming to the whole thing around execution, which is, I'll pivot back to client on execution, and you saw a plethora of tools today are available to bring about efficient execution, whether you're in a tax practice or in a corporate practice or in accounting or an audit or advisory. There are a number of tools that are available to bring about efficient utilization of your time on execution and enhancing the quality and bringing down the time of execution, which is efficiency. And we're not going to dwell on that too much. Let me throw up, I won't say challenges, I would say considerations when you are thinking of automation, because I saw the statistics in the last presentation where everybody is absolutely convinced that you have to go in for automation in some form or the other, at some level. So, consideration, because you have so much of option today, and you are probably bewildered what to choose from, okay? It's a problem of having too much. you need to step back and think, A, what is going to impact you the most? Which areas you need to automate or put in simple tools that is going to bring about the biggest bang for the buck? You need to be very clear. Whether it's client execution, whether it's people development, whether it's time management, whether it's billing efficiency, all of that you need to first think. The second question comes in, how much you're willing to invest in this. And why I kind of emphasize on the word investment, because this is not an expense. It's not a money that you spend today to get immediate result. It is an investment for the medium, if not for the longer term, and you need to take a wider perspective on the time horizon. So that is absolutely critical. Then comes the choice, once you've decided the biggest bang for the buck, where are you going to invest? Because a lot of people, and rightly so, invest in tools and technology which enhances the efficiency and accuracy of the execution. Absolutely, because that has the immediate impact on it. But I would also say that having done that, you need to have a feedback loop mechanism to ensure how you're going to develop your people around that. So having done that, you need to see, next step is how are you going to implement it? Is it outside, somebody will come in? If somebody from inside, it's going to be a hybrid model. How are you going to implement it? How long is it going to take? If you have invested in multiple tools, you need to think through how are you going to integrate them. Because if the tools are not integrated, you may not always appreciate or able to understand the impact that is having. And I always say, you need to see at the end of the day, what is the impact on the top and bottom line when you're investing both in your people, though it might sound very mundane and very realistic or money-minded, it's not, because at the end of the day, this is my personal feeling, you're running a business which has to be ethical, which has to be profitable, and which has to be growth. But otherwise, you cannot retain people or you grow. So I will pause at this point of time, and I'm almost up now. I think it's the top of the hour. That we are in an age of artificial intelligence. It's already coming. It's going to change our lives. But you need to take a very holistic view centering around two main considerations, which are your people and your clients, and how you run a prosperous, ethical, organized professional services firm. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank both our speakers, and to our audience, I hope all of you have filled the feedback form for this session so that now we can discuss those answers with our speakers. So can we please have our survey list on the screen? We have only received 181 responses, so for all of those who have not yet filled the feedback form, I request you to kindly open the WhatsApp community group of AIS 2024, and there we have shared the feedback form regarding this session to conduct the survey.
Well, Guruji, I think based on your session, it's in the right direction, right? People want reporting and analysis, which probably on the execution side of the equation, and which is rightly so. 25% in file and document management, which is absolutely critical from an evidence point of view. Yeah.
I think you can move to the next one.
Yep, which is nice. 31. So
documentation, automation, and management looks to be the highest. 36 is data analytics. But honestly, in the nature of practice, many of us do data analytics is very vital, but documentation is everything. We are in the age of finding out where is my confirmation of balance after 3 years. So maybe a lot of attention and documentation would be much better for all of us.
Correct.
Next one, please. Data privacy and security could be one of the largest one. There is no doubt about it, and it's time all of us spend more money. Other than spending money, we don't know anything else about cyber security. We need to allocate at least 5% of our overall sales value only on technology. If you are having a turnover of 1 crore, at least 5 lakhs will have to go on technology. 5 would be the lower end. Today costs are going up to 10 almost. Next one, please.
Primary concerns, which is...
Accuracy and reliability of AI systems could not be the big one because they're much reliable than what we really think. Ethical consideration may be a cause of concern, but not to that extent. The only worry I have is the green one. We all go by whatever is given by the AI is correct. Google throws it up and we take even legal opinions based on that. That could be the faction of worry.
Yeah, which is the unwarranted association. There's a technical term for these biases, which is unwarranted association. So when you talk to the vendor, you need to ask that.
In case you are in GST practice, GSTR1, GSTR3, 9 and 9C, 19.7 robotics would be the biggest use for you. That is where maximum amount of tech is getting used.
Excellent.
I think
Thank
that's
you.
about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And once again, we thank our speakers for sharing with us their insights and compelling research. I would now be requesting on stage CA Chandra Babu M, who's the member of the Hyderabad branch of SIRC of ICAI, to please come on stage to felicitate our speakers. Can we give a great round of applause, please? And I request, sir, to please felicitate CA Guru Prasad Makam. And now I request, sir, to kindly felicitate CA Subrata Bagchi. And moving along on our journey of Day 2 of AIS 2024, we will now be having a panel discussion on a very exciting topic, which is the AI in financial customer services, chatbot and beyond, for which we have with us our coordinator for this session. I would like to invite on stage CA Saran Kumar, who's the Treasurer and SICASA Co-Chairman of the Hyderabad branch of SIRC of ICAI. Also acting as the coordinator for this session, I invite on stage Mr. Praveen Sharma from taxbotgpt.ai. Can we give a great round of applause, please? And our panelists for this session, I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Pawar from Ace Cloud. We also have in this panel Mr. KP Narayana from Zoho. And our final panelist, we have with us CA Saurabh Ladar. I request all our panelists and our moderator to kindly come towards the stage.